The action takes place in Thebes, in front of the royal palace. The main doors are directly facing the audience. There are altars beside the doors. A crowd of citizens carrying branches decorated with laurel garlands and wool, led by the priest, has gathered up in front of the altars, with some people sitting in the altar steps. Oedipus enters through the palace doors.
My children, latest generation born from Cadmus, why are you sitting here with wreathed sticks in supplication to me, while the city fills with incense chants and cries of pain? Children, it would not be appropriate for me to learn of this from any other source, so I have come in person, I, Oedipus, whose fame all men acknowledge.
But you there, old man, tell me, you seem to be the one who ought to speak for those assembled here. What feeling brings you to me, fear or desire? You can be confident that I will help. I shall assist you willingly in every way. I would be a hard-hearted man indeed if I did not pity suppliants like these.
Oedipus, ruler of my native land, you see how people here of every age are crouching down around your altars, some fledglings barely strong enough to fly and others bent by age, with priests as well, for I'm priest of Zeus. And these ones here, the pick of all our youth, the other groups sit in the marketplace with suppliant sticks or else in front of palace, two shrines, or where Ismenus prophecies with fire.
For our city, as you can see, is badly shaken. She cannot rise her head above the depths of so much surging death. Disease infects fruit blossoms in our land. Disease infects our herd of grazing cattle, makes women in labor lose their children, and deadly pestilence, that fiery god, swoops down to blast the city, emptying the house of Cadmus, and fills black Hades with groans and howls.
These children and myself now sit here by your home, not because we think you're equal to the gods. No, we judge you the first of men in what happens in life, and in our interactions with the gods. For you came here, to our Cadmanian city, and freed us from the tribute we were paying to that scroll singer, and yet you knew no more than we did, and had not been taught in their stories. The people testify how with God's help you gave us back our lives.
So now, Oedipus, our king, most powerful in all men's eyes, we are here as suppliants, all begging you to find some help for us, either by listening to a heavenly voice or learning from some other human being. For in my view, men of experience provide advice which gives the best result. So now, you, best of men, raise up our state, act to consolidate our fame. So now, thanks to your eagerness in earlier days, the city celebrates you as a savior. Don't let our memory of you rolling here declare that we are here to set right again. Or later felt, no, restore our city up so now that it stands secure. In those times past, you brought us joy and good omens too. Be the same men today. If you're to rule as you are doing now, it is better to be king in land of men than in a desert. In empty ships and city wall is nothing if no men share your life together here.
My poor children, I know why you have come. I am not ignorant of what you yearn for I well know that you are ill, and yet, sick as you are, there's not one of you whose illness equals to mine. Your agony comes to each one of you as his alone, a special pain for him and no one else, but the soul inside me sorrows for myself, and for the city, and for you, altogether. You are not rousing me from a deep sleep. You must know I've been shedding many tears and, in my wandering thoughts, exploring many pathways. After a careful search, I followed up the one thing I could find and acted on it. So I've sent away my brother-in-law, son of Menosus, Creon, to Python Apollo's shrine, to learn from him what I might do or say to save our city. But when I count the days, the time he's been away, I now worry what he's doing. For he's been gone too long, well past the time he should have taken. But when he comes, I'll be a wicked man if I do not act on all the God reveals.
What you have said is most appropriate, for these men here have just informed me that Creon is approaching.
Lord Apollo, as he returns, may find shining fortune, bright as his countenance. Attend on him.
It seems the news he brings is good. If not, he would not wear that wreath around his head, a laurel thickly packed with berries.
We'll know soon enough. He's within earshot.
Enter, Creon. Oedipus calls on him as he approaches.
My royal kinsman, child of Menikoios, what message from the god did you bring us?
Good news, I tell you, even troubles difficult to bear with all end happily if events lead to the right conclusion.
What is the oracle? So far your words inspire me no confidence or fear.
If you wish to hear the news in public, I'm prepared to speak, or we could step inside.
Speak out to everyone. The grief I feel for these citizens is even greater than any pain I feel for my own life.
Then let me report what I heard from the god. Lord Philebus clearly orders us to drive away the polluting stain this land has harbored, which will not be healed if we keep nursing it.
What sort of cleansing? And this disaster, how did it happen?
By banishment, or atone for murder by shedding blood again. This blood brings on the storm which blasts our state.
In one of whose fate the god revealed, what sort of man is he?
Before you came, my lord, to steer our ship of state, Lyce ruled this land.
I've heard that, but I never saw the man.
Laius was killed, and now the god is clear. Those murderers, he tells us, must be punished, whoever they may be.
And where are they? In what country? Where am I to find a trace of this ancient crime? It will be hard to track.
Here, in Thebes, so said the god. What is sought is found, but what is overlooked escapes.
When Lyce fell in bloody death, where was he at home, or in his fields, or in another land?
He was aboard on his way to Delphin. That what he told us. He began the trip but did not return.
Was there a messenger? Was there no messenger, no companion who made the journey with him and witnessed what took place? A person who might provide some knowledge men could use?
They all died, except for one who was afraid and ran away. There was only one thing he could inform us of with confidence about the things he saw.
What was that? We might get somewhere if we had one fact. We could find many things if we possessed some slender hope to get us going.
He told us it was robbers who attacked them, not just a single man, a gang of them. They came on with force and killed him.
How would a thief have dared to do this unless he had financial help from Thebes?
That's what we guessed. But once Lyce was dead, we were in trouble, so no one sought revenge.
When the ruling king had fallen in this way, what trouble blocked your path, preventing you from looking into it?
It was the Sphinx. She sang her enigmatic song and thus forced us to put aside something we found obscure to look into the urgent problem we now faced.
Then I will start afresh and once again shed light on darkness. It is most fitting that Apollo demonstrates his care for the dead man, and worthy of you too. And so, as is right, you will see how I work with you, seeking vengeance for this land, as well as for the god. This polluting stain I will remove, not for some distant friend, but for myself.
For whoever killed this man may soon enough desire to turn his land in the same way against me too, and kill me. Thus, in avenging Laius, I serve myself. But now, my children, as quickly as you can, stand up from these altar steps and take your suppliant branches. Someone must call the Theban people to assemble here. I'll do everything I can. With the gods' help, this will all come to light successfully, or else it will prove our common ruin.
Oedipus and Creon go into the palace.
Let us get up, children, for this man has willingly declared just what we came for, and may Phoebus, who sent this oracle, come as our savior and end our sickness.